Oh, CKN is here. He's tired. What's up, everybody? How's it going? A little bit of a later stream than usual at the moment. Oh boy. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Oh my gosh, it's 1 second in and I already have a question. Heard the new Contortionist album yet? Nope. Sure haven't. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long weekend. I didn't sleep like at all last night, it felt like. I was up till about 6 this morning and it was bad. I was in a, what do they call it? A buttload of pain. Buttload of pain. And definitely still feeling it. Definitely still feeling it. Medication situation never got resolved in a positive way. I just dropped a lot of other fun things. So that's just life. That's just life. What bands did I like in high school? High school, I was really first getting into metal at that point in time, so I was a big fan of groups such as Metallica, Megadeth, Flotsam and Jetsam to get started, and then by the end of high school, I was loving Opeth, Death, Dream Theater, etc. So that was kind of how that evolution happened. It happened relatively fast. Iron Maiden, of course, was a huge part of my high school years. Ooh, he just said the magic word. The magic word. Bye. In some alternative reality, CKN, would you take to a music career in your younger years as a metal artist or in a metal band, and what position in the band would I take? I would be the singer of the bands, because that was always what I was good at. I was never a very good guitar player, nor did I take any music lessons whenever I was younger, so it wasn't something that sort of got infused into me in my formative years, going very fun with that. So I'd probably go with singing, and I would probably do it. And that's just kind of the way that I foresee that. It's always been the dream, but I would probably also have to take some fierce vocal lessons, that's for sure. I would have to take some fierce vocal lessons because I would call myself average at best. So there's that. What name would I roll with for the group? Oh man, Armor Master. I've had so many ideas for band names. It's been pretty absurd. One that was really funny that actually happened on a message board was Rotka, R-O-T-K-A, which is it's Return of the Killer A's by Anthrax, only in initials. Bad Reception was the name of the alternative group I tried to get going with one of my buddies. That went absolutely nowhere. There was, let's see, what other projects is there? A Tribute to the Sound of Man. There's Silence. There was Corruptor, Cruciform, and finally Gustfront. So I've had a number of different band names that I've sort of had rolling in my mind, and I'm probably still forgetting some of them. That's the funny part. Because whenever I write quote-unquote for projects, because I noticed that a lot of my writing is being geared toward a certain direction, and so in order to organize my thoughts and organize everything, I write in projects like that. So who knows, one of these days my writings might be for sale for bands that want to use the stuff. Hopefully they end up being really, really good, and I get some royalties from it, and it's great. So, my formula for success is write a bunch of crap whenever I'm young that eventually, you know, kids from a different generation will want to use for their bands, and then I make it rich off of them. So, you know. Having noticeable influences equals bad. Well, the thing of it is that, Starman, whenever your work is entirely lyrical as opposed to being purely musical, the lyrics can essentially be utilized in whatever way, musically, and that can sort of shed that idea if you want, either that or it could be used for something that has a very, you know, easy influence or easy to tell influence. So, considering it was all lyrical, there is a lot of freedom that exists whenever it comes to that. But I hear about the new Machine Head coming out. Yeah, I did see the promo flyer for that, for the tour and everything. That is certainly going to be interesting, to say the least. That seems like a really, it's going to be a really interesting album, to say the least, especially if it features that song that calls out, what's his face? Yeah. I haven't done much with the Discord today, or really this week. I've been kind of rolling around here. I've been, today was beautiful outside, it still is, so I was out and I was working with, in regard to lawn and garden and landscape and all of that fun stuff. It was kind of a short notice gig. I was hoping to get started a little bit closer to 3:30 or 4 o'clock, but jobs ran long, so that's alright. We're probably going to run pretty light today. It's not going to be a very long stream, maybe similar to some of the streams of old, running at about 2 minutes, or 2 minutes, 2 hours, 2-minute stream. We'd be done already. We'll just sort of see how that goes. I would like to be done by about 7:30, but if we run till a little bit, you know, toward 8 o'clock, it's probably not that bad. Tomorrow we're going to be at it with a longer stream. We'll probably get started in the early afternoon like we have been in many of the other streams, and running pretty quick, or you know, pretty long, until probably about 7 o'clock or so. So it'll be full on just metal chat. Starman, I would go with full on just music chat, my dude. I would certainly want nothing really to be sort of off limits there, but of course, you know, considering the subscribership of this channel, I think that you would find that metal would probably be 90% of the discussion, which is pretty cool. But also, I just learned something today which I feel is too little too late, but is rather interesting. Apparently YouTube is trying to launch a subscription type service similar to what Twitch has for its content creators. It's right now apparently only in use for game streamers, because, you know, they're trying to build up their game department and compete with Twitch, which is probably going very poorly for them. Which is no doubt going very, very, very poorly for them. And yeah, so apparently that might be something that rolls out in the future, and content creators will have the option to have within their arsenal. Of course, they will have to carry on a certain amount of, or certain restrictions in order to launch that service. But it is very interesting to see that they are essentially now just copy-pasting a formula that has worked for another company, considering their subscription service that they had a couple of years ago, that they offered a couple of years ago, fell flat on its face. It's used by less than 1% of users, and really among those, I think a lot of times they didn't see a lot of success from it also. So very interesting to see that Twitch is doing, or YouTube is trying to do that. Seems like YouTube is trying to roll out a lot of services that they think is going to help them make it, you know, sort of compete with Twitch and Patreon and everything like that. But first of all, like I said, it's a little bit too little too late, I believe. They kind of missed the boat. So A lot of folks, I feel, are going to go with what they know and kind of go with what they understand. I think that we're going to find that they're maybe going to try to overextend themselves and get themselves into even further trouble. They seem like they are not worried about fixing the things that are currently busted. That they are instead searching for other and alternate revenue strategies. Starman, I might have something for you. Let me ask you a basic question, firstly. Whenever we played Kaladin Brood a couple of streams ago, you know, something that was a little bit more atmospheric black metal, what were your thoughts on that? Did you enjoy that, or was that kind of not your cup of tea? Because I may have something that I just sort of found a little bit by mistake that could be very cool. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and pop it on, because we don't have any music rolling at the moment. Of course, song requests for donations are always a thing, but we're gonna check this song out. And whoops, I was already midway into it. Swabin Canadian? No. Swabin, you are probably very asleep. Or wait, no. No, you're watching hockey. What time is it over there, dude? It's gotta be a late night for you right now. Let's see, Canadian. See how you know. Let's try this on for size for you, Starman, and see what you think of it. If anybody has any song requests that are within the Opeth Neoblita Stars and Abstract Illusion range, Starman's looking for you. Get your requests in. Guess what? I need to tell you about this also. You're tired because of university? I can understand that. Crank that down just a little bit. This right here, by the way, that we're playing right now, until we gain some direction, it's Frost Seal. I'm gonna put that name in chat. Frost Seal is the name of the group here. In fact, I'm just gonna drop the link for this album in the chat. It's Breako Seal. Wow, I can't even say this. See what you can make of this. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep either, Wobbin. I was up till about 6, and it was bad. It was pretty gnarly. Fucking wasted. There's no more mods that are going to be assigned until this stream gets pretty big. So we're talking like we need to be averaging between 60 and 100 people. And I doubt that that's going to be happening by the time, or before we make the switch over to Twitch. What's going on, It's Not a Phase? How you doing? So yeah, I am exceptionally tired, so it's going to be a pretty short stream. I was not able to get my medication. Won't be able to get that until Friday, so I'm in pain. I've had to kind of go outside of the realm of, you know, normal in order to gain a little bit of relief. Having a nasty lung infection, you haven't smoked for over a week, and even the thought makes you shudder. Good time to stop? I would say yeah. You're basically going through one of the aspects of relapse and, you know, withdrawal. Not so much the nasty lung infection, but the fact that, like, you're not getting those, like, urges or anything like that, and you're already getting to the point where the thought makes you shudder. It is a good time to just roll with that, man. Just roll with that. But Starman, Opeth is amazing. Opeth is Let's talk about Frost Seal. Let's talk about this band. This is an album that came out in 2012. The name of this I can't say. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. I don't know how to say that. Satanic Warmeister's okay. I always want to call him Satanic Warmeister. Like Meisterburger, like they're... I don't even know. But, I was able to get that Arch Enemy video complete, but then I undertook, along with all this other bullshit, one of the worst headaches that I've had probably in months. So, it's probably the worst headache I've had since I switched from Lexapro over to Boost Bar. And I have a feeling it was because of the stress of just all the pain and everything like that. So it's just, you know, these were basically patterns of events that couldn't be helped. It kind of comes with the territory whenever you have some pretty gnarly pain. You know, you just, whenever you get into one of those days where your threshold is at like an 11, 12, or a 13, like way beyond the traditional scope. And especially if you've not felt that bad in a long time, and I hadn't in probably about 3 weeks, then your body just gets overstressed, and the headache came, and oh, it was just, Boost Bar sucked for you. For me, it's been really great, Harmony Smurf. But I've learned that that is something that is different for everybody. Trish, my tech department, said that Boost Bar was horrible for her, and the same thing was true with Lexapro. In fact, it was Celexa that worked for her, and Celexa nearly killed me. Just be lucky I don't have migraines. Oh, I know, because my girl, she gets migraines. She gets migraines, and it's horrible. You sent the picture of the band logos? There we go. I just received it. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what we got here. Hey, that is pretty darn good looking, man. That looks awesome. I like the giant Enfold Darkness right there, near the middle. That Elder over there looks super sweet. Fallujah. Beyond Creation, Benitans. I mean, dude, I gotta say, how young are you again? Man, I wish I had this taste whenever I was super young, man. But then again, it was the heavy metal has really exploded whenever it comes to the number of bands and the available acts and stuff like that. Over the course of the past 10 years or so, it's been great. You're 15, dude. My taste was not nearly that refined at 15, so very good. I'm very pleased. I have not heard the new Cannibal Corpse track yet. I've had some folks ask me if I'm going to review it. I'm not really too sure if I'm going to or not. I have a lot of videos that are right now in the pipeline, including Subterranean Masquerade from a couple weeks ago that I still haven't posted. But then also, we listened to the entirety of An Abstract Illusions Illuminate the Path, thanks to Gamma. And we did a review of that. That needs to be posted. And we also did a review of Prospects, The Illuminated Sky last night, thanks to Justin Neely, our top donor. Which, Justin, if you happen to be in the house right now, considering the short length of the stream and just sort of being tired, I think we're going to hold off on the Melvins record until tomorrow, and I think that we're going to go with Houdini, if that's cool. If you disagree and have a favorite between those three, then by all means let me know. Am I suffering from the big C? No. I have benign cysts behind my knees, rambling idiot, but I do not have cancer. This is to help others that have cancer. It's, really, we are... I had the goal that we were going to hit 50-50 whenever it came to the distro at $1,500 bucks, and we're $6 away. So it's amazing. At 9 years old, I was listening to the Beach Boys and oldies. So I may have a little bit more knowledge about that than you. But that's, again, that's very much like sort of a question of, I don't know. The drums right here are a little like, I'm not a great fan of them. I think they're a little off-putting, a little off-time. But aside from that, this song, which by the way is entitled Die Architecture des Sands, is pretty darn awesome. And I know that Brother Nero probably isn't here right now, but he can feel pleased that it was Lightfox that brought me to this band and this song and all of that. Raw and true. 10 out of 10. I love it a lot. Hey, you're a cancer survivor. Hey! Hey, Rambling Idiot. I am happy to hear that you are a survivor. That is awesome. Welcome to the fold. Cancer is a disease that took a couple of people that were pretty darn close to me. Both of my grandparents. My mother actually had cancer, but she's a survivor as well. And then we do have we actually have a couple of folks that either are survivors or have the disease currently right here in that come into the chat and everything like that. So you are among a great community, my friend, and I'm glad to have you here. Eli, I already answered that. Yeah, I do. I think they're pretty decent. I like a lot of this epic atmospheric black metal, I noticed. Like, anytime I pop something like this on, I tend to find something that I enjoy. You know, you kind of have to do a little bit of searching every once in a while, but not always the case. Yeah, our resident Wobbin right there is, our resident Wobbin right there is going through some stuff, man. Which means, everybody, we need to get that mystery giveaway. We need to meet that goal. Do it for Wobbin. Do it for everybody. Do it for my balls. I don't know. Yeah, we played some MGLA the other day. And I think you actually called that out instantaneously whenever it came on. Didn't you fucking wish it? Had Rob Darkin to produce some of my stuff, but I didn't want it in the end to be true. Yeah, well. That's, you know, you kind of just... Sometimes you don't know people because, rightfully so, we kind of, not so much hide things, but it's not something that comes up. It's not like you introduce yourself to... You don't introduce yourself to somebody and say, "Hi, my name is Bob. I'm a Gemini, and on the weekends I like to touch children inappropriately." You know what I mean? So it's, you know, it isn't something that is really all that commonplace. Oh, absolutely. I know exactly why in the end you turned that down, Wobbin, and that would make perfect sense to me. That makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, it is literally an incentive. I'll be stripping for everybody, which will basically be like probably 5 people. That will be the that will be the time where we have like 60 people, and then it goes from 60 to 5 in like a record time. Are donation songs up? Yes, you can do that. Yeah, that is 100% allowed. We will not be. There is an album that we have to get to, but we won't be doing that today. We'll probably be doing that tomorrow. But yeah, way that donations for song requests work, ladies and gentlemen. If your song is 5 minutes or less, it's $2 to $3. 5 to 10 minutes, it's $5. $5 donation. And for songs that are 10 minutes and above, it is $1 per minute. Currently, submissions for albums are closed unless we can get together and determine a day that is not today where that will be played. And what happens with that is that for $50, you can request a full album to be played on stream and a review done live. Yeah. Yeah, it's it is a bit of a long-winded situation. Probably not apt for YouTube chat. I almost said Twitch chat. You found 2 records via Walmart: Indestructible, Disturbed, and Comatose by Skillet. Rate 1 to 10. Disturbed's Indestructible, I'll give it a 6. Comatose by Skillet, I'll give it a 4. That's how I'm going to roll with that. I'm not a big Skillet guy. I'm not a big Skillet fan, so maybe I'm a bit biased. That's probably a very good and very true possibility, but that's life. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all 15 minutes and 1 second of Die Architecture des Sens by Frost Seal off of their album, which I'm going to attempt to say and probably fuck it up. Precausium. Fuck it. It's a P word. It's got an omega in the middle of it. It's ridiculous. I don't know what they're trying to go with this. Precosmium. There we go. Precosmium? Bill Cosmium? Whatever. Fuck it. As far as I know, it's their only album. It's the only album that they've ever made. It was made in 2012. If they happen to be in chat right now, my apologies for destroying the name of your album. Please teach me the ways of your mystic masters. Please teach me the ways of your mystic masters. Oh, look, someone's trying to call me. It's a number I don't recognize. They can go fuck themselves. They can go far away and do something with themselves that does not involve a hand. Maybe something larger, like a penis. Crap. I must get a copy of the out of the blue today, by the way. Almost every one of my keys decided to start working again while I was typing the description for the 5 Reasons People Hate Arch Enemy video. The most random thing to ever have happened. The most random of events, except for my A button, of course, because there have been A's involved with me whenever it comes to the various implements of online life for quite some time. So it was just never meant to be. And plus, that was the key that back in the day, Pippin loved to lay on that side of the computer whenever he was a kitten. Whenever he was a kitten, he loved to play and sleep on that side of the computer. So it is no surprise to me that we have reached that point with it. We have our first donation. It comes from our good friend Lurch Murphy. He says, play some Enslaved Ethica Odine, which of course was an album of the year here on this very channel back in 2010. So we are going to do that. Here is Ethica Odine by Enslaved for all you suckers and fuckers. This is a Sam Adams commercial that can honestly lick my balls because all he's going to do is hug a big old display of beer, which is weird as shit. So here we go. Thank you very much to Lurch, who is currently not in chat. Lurchy boy, where are you hiding? Where are you hiding, Lucy? I know where it's going, so it's not a problem if you don't want to make an appearance. Thank you for the great recommendation. Those of you unaware or unfamiliar with Enslaved, then enjoy. That's all I can say. Is enjoy. Easily one of my favorite bands of all time, quite frankly. If I'm being real. Just a great catalog. Very big fan, very big fan. Lurch is lurking. He's now Lurk Murphy. He's now Lurk Murphy. Or Murph Murphy. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I am exhausted though. I did other work earlier this afternoon, outside work. I didn't sleep well, Fat Man, so it has been it has been a 24 hours. What's the very first death metal band I listened to? That would be the band Death. The band Death was my first death metal band. Well, actually, no. I take that back. Don't listen to me. I'm a filthy liar. Because earlier that summer, I got the Death album, The Sound of Perseverance, in September of 2001, I want to say? No. Actually, yes. Yes, it was. It was either 2001 or 2002 in December whenever I got it, and I had a Morbid Angel out before that. I had Gateways to Annihilation before that. Never mind. JK. The mods today? Oh, they're here. They are lurking. He got it with Blackwater Park. You're absolutely right, Star. Yeah, that is true. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not very many people know that. Not very many people know that. And I don't think that's true either. I don't know. I forget. That's so damn long ago. But it was around that same year, or like same time frame where I got Blackwater Park also. So that's why I had to stop and be like, wait a minute. I had to reformat my life there for a second. Opinion on the Wonder Woman movie. I have not seen it in Harmony, so I honestly can't give you a good opinion. Another example as to how a song with a great opening can really move mountains. This is the opening track off of Axima Epica Ode Theme, and it just gets you right in the mood to listen to the rest of it. And then the final track, Lightning, stands out enough where you leave that experience feeling great. It is a fantastic, fantastic release. But really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Oh, you're talking the old school Oliver material. Hey, man. I'll tell you, the one album that always captivated me from that group early on, William Blake's The Marriage Between Heaven and Hell. That was just it was an idea that I never really saw done before in that way. The video, by the way, for Ethica Ode by Enslaved is curious, to say the least. It is curious, to say the least. We have a couple of others that are coming after this. Santeri is in the house. And Santeri, we're going to have to pause between songs here. But I'll get yours ready and raring to go. But Santeri puts $5 toward the striptease. And look at this. $1,500 we have just passed, thanks to Santeri. Which means that I have a CKN dance to do before we play that song. I wish I had something a little longer for you. Like, I remember one of my buddies did something like this. He had the do the Mario, and the CKN dance is so short. Oh, you're what? Wobbin's watching some preseason hockey. Just rocked a little bit of that there, preseason action. Yeah, everything just got started. Camp just opened up and things like that. First time you're going to see the CKN dance. Yeah, we have the CKN dance to do it. Are we going to talk about Trivium again today? Probably not. Probably not. Although I will say, Fighter, that I hope that the new album is fantastic. And Fighter, I'm going to, right before we do the CKN dance, I have a little something special just for you, man. I got a little something just for you, buddy. We have another donation to get to after that, but we're going to get all of these things, we're going to get all these other things handled. Oh yeah, Fat Man, dude, your Bears, man, they got slaughtered. Like, they got cut to pieces by the Buccaneers. Terrific, terrific 8-minute track by Enslaved. And really, like I said, this video is peculiar, but it's like oddly enticing, like the couple of minutes that I've caught. Because I've been hopping back and forth between this and Chad. And amazingly enough, in the recommended videos, there is my review of Retir, but not my review of Axiometrica Odine. So, I don't know, explain that, scientists. Hey, checkmate, atheists. Okay, we are in a great position, folks. Because first of all, we just passed another $500 plateau, which means it's CKN dance time, and I'm going to try to get this arranged a little bit more better. You're gonna get the dick view, the dick cam. Look at that. Right there in your face, just like that. Isn't that just attractive? But basically, with the CKN dance, it's very simple. You touch your shoulders, you touch your nose, you kiss my ass, and you fuck your face! All day, every day, baby, because that's the CKN dance. We'll do it again just for fun. It's slow motion this time. You touch your shoulders, you touch your nose, you kiss my ass, and then you fuck your face. And it might as well be done because I'm wearing the right shirt for it. CKN, baby! Alright. Thanks very much to Santeri, who has now gotten us to the $1,500 plateau. The next CKN dance will take place at $2,000. Can we make it? Can we make it before all is said and done? I feel like we can. I feel like we have a darn good chance to do that. And we have officially maxed out all of our shift ups. Remember, whenever we started this thing, we started at 20% to 80% in favor of me. We are now at equilibrium. So congratulations to everybody. We have made it to the equilibrium. We've maxed things out. You guys are fantastic. 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 So, to celebrate, we have this song that was recommended and donated upon from Santeri. We have Stamina, or Stamwana, with Elunjat, which I probably just destroyed. It's probably just Lunjat. Somebody I'm sure will correct me. Maybe Wobbin will. It's probably Lunjat. Or Lunjant. Whatever it is, we do have this song right here from Stamina. Or Stamina. So we're going to scope it out right now. Let's roll. Oh no! It's a shitty YouTube Red commercial. Nobody cares. Fuck off. Wait, now you can get 3 months free of YouTube Red. Who gives a shit? Have I ever had any fans of my hometown talk to me? Yeah, I have had actually 1 or 2. Including one that, like, I didn't know at all. No ad block? Fuck no. There is no way, Olaf only, that I'm going to have ad block on. I'm a content creator. That's how I get paid, dude. That's how I get paid, my man. And I'm not getting paid very handsomely for what I do anymore because of what YouTube's done. Before, I was just fighting ad block. Now I'm fighting ad block in the service I'm on. It's just like, I'm looking at all these, like, bullies that are right out in front of me that want to kick my ass, and I'm just like, what do I do? I look like Ken from Street Fighter, only he's just dropped a deuce in his pants. Jose Theodore, Tom Barrasso for the old Pittsburgh Penguins, or Kenny Reggett. I look like Steven Wilson. I'm not cool enough to be Steven Wilson, and I'm also not barefoot enough right now to be. Look at this. I'm not barefoot enough to be Steven Wilson. Tom Barrasso. Do I enjoy watching other metal YouTubers like Banger TV, Loudwire, or Metal Injection? Every once in a while. Every once in a great while. So, I will from every time, you know, every once in a while. Banger TV was supposed to get back at me and maybe doing some collab work, but I've never heard from them. I haven't heard from them and their representatives. So I wonder what the holdup is with that, but, you know, whatever. That's life. That's how that goes. I watch a little bit of, you know, gaming stuff, and that's about it. I mostly watch streams these days. Victor Lundstrom, by the way, with the $3. Victor, do I need to ask where this is going, or should I know where this is going? You can't stop the Trump. You can't stop the Rock. Donnie Wall. Put it all towards Donnie's wall. Twice to the same incentive. Put it to 24 hours to CKN. Alrighty, my man. Thank you very much, Olaf Only. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, dude. One of my favorite heavy metal subgenres. I've recently taken to liking a lot of black gaze. I like atmospheric. Black metal. I enjoy all forms of progressive. I like a little bit of metalcore here and there. It's more. A better question is the ones that I don't like, which are basically restricted to like 60% of deathcore, like 80% of slam, and there's some brutal death metal that I can't get into. It's just not for me. That's just reality. Gent, I listen to Gent. How much to see nipples? Whenever we make it $800, y'all are gonna see nipples. $800 for that there striptease for that number 7. Once that becomes unlocked, y'all gonna see nipples in the yard. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret asking for that. You're gonna say to yourself, why did I want this? Oh, what the? You just noticed that Justin Neely donated more? Yeah. We have an album to listen to tomorrow. Why are we so focused on striptease when we should be focused on cancer patients? Pretty, because donating toward the striptease helps donate more to the cause? Perhaps? Mayhap? Alright, and as a result, our very next one from Victor, he says, and I quote, 1.5K, whoop whoop, and then leaves me the following link, which gives us Like a Slave by Caliba. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Yeah, basically anything that's applied to any of the incentives, basically any money that is donated is applied to toward the cause. So the reason why they are so excited about the striptease is because that's the vogue. I guess that's the vogue incentive that everybody wants to give toward. So there you go. Sometimes you have to have something that's a little bit ridiculous to really get people's curiosities going. You listened to In Contact in full twice today, Lurch. What'd you think? Because I do have thoughts. I do have, I have, means for a reviewer. Or means for a review. Bullet Farmer 2, what's going on? You got to meet Havoc, and David invited you as a guest. That's pretty cool to see. That last song is a fucking good, yeah. I will have to say, it's a pretty decent album. Is it as good as the other few? I think it falls a little short. But aside from that, really, really strong release. What did you think about like that slam poetry that we heard? That you heard like right near the middle of the second half. Acrostash. Whenever I first read that, I was like, what the hell's up with that? Why are we mentioning Acrococky in chat? Like it's a weird thing. That's all I gotta say is that is honestly was one of the worst decisions, at least in my opinion. It was bad. I was not a fan at all. So they had a couple of interesting decisions, and obviously there's got to be a major concept where this is all kind of revolving, and where that made sense, but it wasn't plainly apparent. So I don't know what they were thinking there. Marilyn Manson? Oh man, Last FM. We want to go way back. Last FM. Haven't used that in a long time. Do you think it's unfair to characterize rock as a genre that's just full of swearing and dirty language in general? And I agree with you, Lurch. It's not. It doesn't have the same like punch as Bloom. But anyway, I think it's very unfair to characterize rock as a genre that's just full of swearing, considering there's a lot of rock that doesn't feature that. Think about the decades of rock that exist, and people want to characterize it maybe because of like 2 or 3% of bands. That's kind of unfair. I think that's really unfair. Oh my god, Audio Scrabbler. Dude, I was on that shit back in 2004. Manson is... The album's going to be interesting. I like the fact that he's a little bit more liberated. You know, not working so much with record companies, you know, doing a lot of the work himself. But it's just going to be a question of the material. That's all. See you later, Eli. Well, the problem with death metal is that in its traditional sense, you don't have a lot of it. Everything has been subdivided and sublet into all the different subgenres now. Like, how many just straight up, nasty, gnarly, modern death metal bands are there? And I'm not talking, you know, Overkill is, or not Overkill, Obituary is still going, and Morbid Angel's still going, but I'm talking how many bands these days do you feel are just going directly for just standard death metal? Just standard death metal. There's this one girl at my school who I kind of liked, who seemed to like music. Okay. And she didn't like rock, I'm assuming, for these reasons. Oh, Dream of the Dead is really good. I'll tell you, or maybe I'll show you, what song has been really hard for me to get out of my head off of that album. If I can have a little bit, if I can have my keyboard cooperate with me. If I could maybe have this opt to cooperate with me a little bit. That's this right here. Not Car Gurus. Yes, the Caligula's horse song Car Gurus. Yeah. Lurs, that's kind of the way I felt about it also, because Bloom was just strong sort of from start to finish. It didn't feel like there was any stop-starts. And this album, because of like that slam poetry track and a couple of the other songs were just stop-starts to the album, made you sort of freeze. Gave you time to think about it a little bit instead of just keeping it going. One time I told her about Rush, ironically pretty much the least intense band I was into at the time, and you want to know what you got for a response? I would like to know, Bullet Farmer. Why don't you let me know? Tell me. This is The Hands Are the Hardest, Lurch. I love this track. Do I consider Merciful Fate black metal? I really don't know if I would. No, absolutely not. Occult metal, maybe. It just, I don't know. Black metal is late 80s. Here, Memento. Merciful Fate versus King Diamond? There's no reason to have that, really. In the end, Kim is a part of both projects. You know? I think Merciful Fate had some fine work without him at the helm, or... You know, just... And King Diamond has had some hits and some misses also. That spell Omega is pretty decent. There are some folks that are over the moon about Death Spell Omega, and I just never was one of them. This is Caligula's horse, Starman. Did I get to review Repentless? Yes, I did. Yeah, it's on the channel. I said they were mad the other day. That's whatever. Yeah, we will be talking about this album very soon, so... Pericles was a pretty decent release, I will say. I wasn't, like, again, like most of their work, I just wasn't over the moon about it, so naturally it wasn't something that I was going to, you know, think very high, not so much nothing highly of, but not give, like, a huge score to. Do I play air instruments? Absolutely. That's because, you know, you have to play the air keys. You have to look nerdy while you do it. You have to look, like, really imposing. Like you're a mad scientist. Whenever you shred with the air guitar, you have to look cool. You have to lean back. Get in people's faces. You do the air stinger. You know, it looks like you're about to gargle a big old cock, like it's 2 feet in front of you, and you're like drawing back on it. You know what I'm saying? Play air trumpet. All that other shite. Anyway, song request for donation still live, still in person, still happening. So if you want a song played, get it in. $2 to $3 for songs less than 5 minutes. $5 if they are 5 to 10. $1 a minute if they are over 10 minutes in length. Thanks to everybody who has helped make this a pretty huge success so far. And also, from what I am looking at right now, wow. We're definitely going to want to throw some of our... We're going to want to throw some of our metal spirit down to Mexico City. Looks like they were just rocked with a 7.1 magnitude earthquake. And I'm seeing that there are some pretty horrific looking images that are coming forward based off of this. This is news that is relatively recent, as of about an hour ago. So definitely throw some of your metal spirits over the way of the folks in Mexico City. That is it's pretty horrible. That is terrible. So let's do a little bit of Underwind. Let's listen to Kalia. See if they have this available. Who got hit with the earthquake? That was Mexico City. Have I heard about Hurricane Maria? Yes, I have. And I'm going to throw you something that's a little bit different. I'm going to throw you a little something different here. Currently, Hurricane Maria is based over the easternmost Caribbean islands. It's starting to slowly make its roll toward Puerto Rico, Cuba. Either that or it's already encountered a direct hit and made landfall over there in those locations. It's reached Category 5 strength. Wind speeds at 160 miles per hour plus. growing in size, and it is going to be encountering some interesting waters. And thanks to Hurricane Jose, which is going to be downgraded to a tropical storm very, very soon, which is right now doing another nice little curlicue in the Atlantic and will actually affect the Atlantic Northeast coast. There is a possibility that Maria could have a United States effect, or it could get slingshotted its way out to sea. It's due to a phenomenon known as the Fujiwara effect. And what could happen is that Hurricane Maria, or in this case it would be Hurricane Jose, would start rotating counterclockwise around the axis of Hurricane Maria, causing almost an effect if two pool balls came together and then interacted in this way. So, boop. So Maria would be glanced off to the right and head out to sea, completely avoiding land, and Hurricane Jose would make an immediate left-hand turn and make landfall probably in the Chesapeake Bay. But there you go. So it's definitely something where a lot of people are going to have to pay attention. Anybody who's in the Caribbean islands should be already making preparations just in case things change. It doesn't look like it's going to take the same path as Irma, which I'm sure has Florida breathing a sigh of relief, but that doesn't mean that we've forgotten about our island neighbors, who we are definitely thinking about you and hoping for the best for you guys, because that is, man, it just seems like there is so many, and you know what? I'm going to surprise a lot of you right now. I don't subscribe to a lot of those, theories that say, oh, well, this is because of the heart machine, or this is God's way of punishing us for Trump, or for the Obama years, or because of gay marriage, or because, Wobbin jacked off to Asian porn last night. And so did I, so to be fair, it might be for both of us. Maybe that's why there's two hurricanes. But anyway, I don't subscribe to that idea. But whenever you consider how we are being given a lot of opportunities to come together as a nation, those of you in America out there, we're having plenty of reasons to come together. And if we ignore each and every one of them, then whenever we get fucked, like truly fucked over, and nobody decides to come to our aid, and nobody decides to help one another, you only have yourselves to blame. Bullet, I have to go back and she admitted to listening to Skillet, but I'm not interested in freaking Christian rock and didn't intend for it to go this way. But that was a cringeworthy moment for me if there ever was one. There are worse fates, Bullet Farmer. I'll be honest with you. There are worse fates out there. She could be, her favorite individual could be Bad Baby. With these hoes. So that you wrote before it? So basically her reason for not listening to a lot of rock music is because she thinks that they swear too much, and she'll only listen to bands that she knows are not going to do that. What? Can't believe people say stuff like that. Hey man, I'm trying to look at things from a little bit more of a positive light. All of the other, doomsday theories about storms, which as you correctly stated, natural force of nature. Natural force of nature that's been going on for millennia. But I'm trying to put a positive spin on all this and try to help folks recognize that, you gotta we are spending way too much time being divided over issues that should have been dead years ago, and were dead years ago and should have stayed dead. And now we are given this opportunity to help one another out and really be there for one another. What if we do all this help and then go back to being that angry and learn nothing? Then it's hollow. It's... Did you guys hear about the Jeepers Creepers 3? The big thing going on with that right now. The movie Jeepers Creepers 3. Did you guys hear or see anything about this trash heap that has now swept the social media universe? Nobody? Good. I'm glad. If nobody has heard about this, then I'm not going to say a single word. Because y'all don't need to know about this. Y'all should, if you want to see the film, go and see it and enjoy it. And you know what? Good luck finding it. Yep, you pretty much got it. They just want to be mad. It's not a phase. They just want to be mad. They just want to be mad. That's how I'm convinced. They just want to be mad. They enjoy being mad or what? I just don't know. I don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore. Like, these people need to, like... Honestly, I think these people need to jack off a little bit more. I really think that's the truth. I think that they just need to jack off a little bit more. But anyway... I will mention this Jeepers Creepers thing in that case. Apparently the director of Jeepers Creepers, the horror franchise, had a run-in with a young child in the late 80s or early 1990s. He was convicted as, for pedophilia. And he went to jail, did his time, and has come out, been released since then, and has gone back to work on movie sets. And he's already produced Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, and now, with the release of Jeepers Creepers 3, it was just recently, its premiere was blocked and banned at the Chinese Theater in Los Angeles, because... because people were getting mad and protesting the premiere due to the fact that he was a convicted pedophile. So because of something that happened 27 to 30 years ago, now the film and all of the people who worked on it, because of the director, now is not going to be shown at the Chinese Theater for the premiere, nor is it going to get a wide release. It is going to get a one-day only release at select theaters. Why are we talking about that in general? Because our chat can go anywhere. That is how we roll here. Mac, maybe. It's not December, so I don't know. It could be accurate, but it also could end up at the end of the year being all wrong. Because we're corny. Clemmy, the youngest of all of us, offering that sense of truth, perhaps. We can go from metal to talking about the darn Golden Girls. Talk about how the only Golden Girl that's left standing is what's her face, Betty White. Pedo should be in prison for life. See, here's the thing, Batman. That right now isn't how the laws are, and I can understand the frustration that some folks have, and I think that it's very good frustration, because that is a true violation of a child. But actually, the problem that I have with this whole entire scenario, is that there were plenty of moments and plenty of opportunities for this to be a problem, for this to be something that was approached by people and transformed into an issue that was going to block Jeepers Creepers as a franchise from getting a wide release. I find it ironic that this is the age where we complain about everything, where we want to force movie studios to diversify casts and do everything. Like, basically, we want to be the damned casting director, and if not, we're going to cry foul. We want all of this social change. We want all of these people to gain roles in positions, because it's going to be a representation of this or that. We're in a remake culture that 99% of them suck. Our creativity is stagnant, and most of these people that are calling for all of these social changes and basically demanding it out of the entertainment industry are either downloading stuff and not going to the theaters, or they're just not watching the stuff at all. They cry and bitch and moan, they stomp their feet, they pound their fists into the side of the earth until they get their way, and then the sniffles and the crying and all of the snot all of a sudden gets wiped away by a little tissue. But then they get their way and just walk away from it. They go right on to the very, very next so-called fight. So-called important fight that's out there. And another thing that I'll also mention about this whole entire scenario is that on social media, you can really tell somebody who is damn mature when you see the whole, if you support this, then just unfriend me now. If you see it once, you can forgive it. You really can. If you see it twice or 3 times from the same person, then you see a pattern emerging, and then you realize they're looking for it. They are looking for it. They are looking for it. Yeah, touch a kid, you can fuck off, in my opinion, as well. I'm exactly with that. 100%. 100 fucking %. But what I find, like I said, what I find interesting is that now is the time where it becomes a problem for a filmmaker. And basically, through this ban and everything like that, the whole entire cast and crew, everybody gets punished. So based around what one guy did, there's going to be no return on investments, and in reality, those people who, I hope those people got paid in advance. I'm not talking just the actors, I'm talking anybody who worked on that film. I hope they got paid in advance, because if they get paid due to receipts at the box office, they ain't making their money back. They ain't making shit. They basically just shot a movie for free. They just shot a movie for free. But anyway, I don't like talking about a lot of this stuff, but it's stuff that comes up, and it's stuff that really, it bothers me, because it seems to bother so many other people to unnecessary extremes. And I don't mean like the conversation that we are having. Whenever you get to the point where you want to lose friends, or basically say, I no longer wish to associate with you, because they offer a counteracting opinion, potentially, even just this conversation, we have reached a point in time in life where something is inherently very wrong. And I'm just going to leave it at that. That's all I want to leave it at, folks. Folks, I'm going to run outside for a quick moment. We are going to kind of dial things back a little bit. We're going to get back into a couple more songs that have been requested. So we're going to do that whenever we return on the other side of this break. At the time, or at least for right now, I'm going to bless your ears with the sounds of Brad Paisley. No, I'm not going to do that. Until I return, I'm going to bless your ears with some Agalok. Which I have to say, if I were to have chronicled the band that most people have said, hey, you're the person that got me into this band, like, for the band that they got into, like, more people have found Agalok apparently through this channel than any other band. Which I find, first of all, I find incredible because I thought that Agalok had a really wide reach. But it's a really proud thing. So, I've been Peter Wrights Bach, but enjoy some Agalok while I am MIA. We have 2 songs at least that we need to get to whenever we return. If you want to get a song in, go ahead and do so now. Add to our queue of 2. Here's In the Shadow, our Veil Companion. Oh no. Stuff's falling everywhere. It's a goddamn catastrophe. take some time and listen to this too. Oh. How do you combine R&B and metal well? That's a really good question. And how are y'all still gonna be? How are y'all still gonna be this comfy and not comfy during Agalok? Come on now. It's time to get all that ugliness out of here, and it's time to bring in the comfy. John, I think it could be done. But you wouldn't be able to do much with like hardcore metal. I think it would just be maybe influence with guitar work at the ends of songs, or maybe have some compositions that have some like feel to it. That's a really perplexing question. That's a really cool question, and I hope that you're able to figure it out, because I feel like it could do some wonders. It could definitely do some wonders. That would be my opinion as far as that's concerned. I feel like you couldn't go way too deep with it. Like, you couldn't throw in... I don't think that you could throw in a lot of like black metal or death metal, like really hardcore extreme metal influence. What I would probably suggest aiming for more so is to have that R&B be the principal part of like the main structure of your songs, but then also throw in some heavy like classic rock influence. And I think you gain the respect of metal fans that way. I think that's how you do it, to be perfectly honest with you. That would be more so what I would think you would do. Boyz II Men and Obituary collab. Have you seen that Boyz II Men commercial where they're in the pharmacy? Oh my god. That was freaking awesome. That was freaking awesome. I love that commercial probably more than I should. Also, why is it so low? Gotta crank that up a little bit, damn. Blackest Eyes, you know, even Trains a little bit. You know, you can gain the respect of metal fans, even if you're not necessarily throwing the heaviest or the most extreme aspects of metal in something. Steve Wilson kind of did that a little bit with To the Bone. There's a lot of 80s, like, prog pop in there that has the respect of a lot of metal fans. Overdoes it. You know, it just depends on your composition, I would say. Unpopular opinion, you don't like Agalok. Hey, Lurch. It's alright. It's alright, man. So, yeah, okay. There's nobody here that's saying you have to like Agalok or leave. You know? Lurch, you like Caligula's horse, so damn it. That just tickles me all the more. The Leper Affinity is the best Nova song. You're right, that is unpopular. You're right, that is sort of an unpopular opinion. It's a good song, but I don't think it's the best. Well, I consider the Foo Fighters part of the metal community. Honestly, Nathan, I would be more close to put just Dave Grohl in that category. The band themselves are, you know, a great showcase of post-grunge music. But I would say that it's their attitudes that make them feel very horn-worthy. Especially whenever you consider that Dave Grohl basically said, fuck you to having a broken leg, and had a damn custom, you know, throne built for him so he could complete things. So, I don't know, that's like one of the places where I'm going to sort of split it in half a little bit. I I would just consider the Foo Fighters good music and good people. I think that's what I'm going to roll with. Do I care whether or not they're considered metal or not? No. And I think a lot of people get sort of hung up on that a little bit, and it's sort of something that isn't necessary. It's sort of something that isn't all that necessary, so that's kind of how I look at that. I'm sorry if that's sort of like an indirect response to the question, but sometimes you do have to have that argument. Like, you have to remember that groups such as like the Sleeping with Sirens and Falling in Reverse, a lot of fans, I think, want them to be included in the heavy metal category or the distinction, and I don't know why they feel slighted by the fact that a lot of people consider them just to be rock bands, because there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I think that's great. You know, I think that we need rock bands. We have $6 from Justin Neely, putting it at number 8. He says, play Chimes at Midnight by Mastodon. So we're going to do that right now. Play the Houdini album whenever you feel like it. Justin, that'll probably be either tomorrow, or we'll see how we feel, because tomorrow's going to be a longer stream. Maybe Thursday, if it's not tomorrow. It'll be after 5, no matter what day that it is. That way you can be here to listen to it. He also says, are you going to be streaming next week? I have 2 more albums I would like to request. Let me know when you're ready. Justin, I will be streaming every weekday of this week and next week. So yes, I will be streaming next week as well. I can basically take notes down for anything, so I am ready whenever you are. It doesn't really matter to me. If you would feel more comfortable taking care of anything like that after we play Houdini, then that is completely 100% in your court. I am your humble servant. I am but a humble servant. That is, humble servant? I'm a humble servant. I'm a humble servant. I don't know. I'm something. I'm a person. I am me, and you are you, and something. Alright. Anyway. Let's listen to a little bit of Mastodon. Let's listen to Chimes at Midnight. I'm getting way outside there. Great song, by the way. Awesome choice. Hey, Christian! What's going on, man? I think, for Christian, since he just got here, we're going to roll a little bit closer to 8 o'clock. Christian, it's been a shorter stream today because of a myriad of things going down. Oh, what the hell just happened? Oh my god. I just got completely and totally bodied by life and number lock. That was scurry. I think we're gonna roll a little longer. Having a good time. We just need to get all this uncomfy talk out of here. We're gonna get some of this uncomfy talk going here, you know. Gotta get that out of here. But we have a song after this as well. But yeah, Justin, basically whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I'll be streaming every day this week up until Friday. Saturday I will be unavailable, as we'll be streaming with Sunday, as it's sort of becoming a bit the regular norm that I don't stream on the weekends. In fact, I kind of take a step back from everything on the weekends because I've been trying to hit things a lot harder during the week now. So it's kind of just how things are going. We have a song after this, thanks to Santeri, who has been all up on the songs. This is his second song donation today, so I'm not going to reveal what the song is as of yet, but he says, please put this toward the nipple reveal. $5, that is, and so we're going to go ahead and do that for him. We hit 1,500 today. The CKN dance has already taken place. It has been a pretty good day overall. I can't complain. I cannot complain. It's been a pretty good day, which has coming at the heels of a particularly gnarly and bad night. So last night was not very good, you know. Better Kendrick Lamar, damn, or the Pimp a Butterfly? I would say it's a Pimp a Butterfly. But unpopular opinion, neither of them compare to Good Kid, Mad City. Black Rose Immortal isn't that good. You're not that good. Advent's a good song too, Starman. KSMB, is that supposed to be an acronym for something, or is that the actual name of the group? Because if that's, I feel like, oh man, KSMB. I'm just gonna go with no. Until you, I'm just gonna go with no for right now. Oh, it's the actual name of the group? Then definitely not. Then no, I haven't. Style? Unpopular opinion. Oh man, Too Bid You Farewell. I love that song. It is a really good song. I haven't listened to that song in a long time. For a while there, whenever I was in college, I had dated a girl where To Bid You Farewell had particular meaning. Because we were a long-distance relationship because we were both in school. She was out in California and I was in West Virginia at that time. So To Bid You Farewell basically was the track that best described whenever we parted company, and then became even more sad whenever we broke up. Here's some KSMB for you people. Nice. I gotta copy that sucker. I gotta copy that and put that in my old play later list, which is growing. My lord. See, here's the cool part about, and I'm going to say this honestly, I love what these streams are going to be able to bring on Twitch whenever we are doing anything that's music related, especially whenever the community becomes larger. Imagine, I mean, first of all, think about the number of bands that maybe I've been able to dig up. Probably not that many, honestly. You know, you probably had a lot of, a lot of those band names have been probably ones that y'all have known. Okay, but what's going to be super cool is whenever we have, 50 to 70 people or more, hopefully, hopefully we push past into triple digits and even in the 4 digits. Man, I would love that. Man, just get to 4 digits. Let's have thousands of people in chat just recommending bands and me biting my tongue. Ow. God damn, that hurt. But Santeri, the song that he recommended for the $5 that he has put toward the nipple reveal is Anthriel with Siren Song. And if I remember correctly, you have a connection with this band. You have a you have a buddy that's in this band, or because I feel you've definitely recommended these guys before, and I'm trying to remember the connection there. Alaska is better than Colors. That is unpopular. I would say that is very true. Here's a fun fact for you, Wobbin. In a very similar fashion, the lyrics to the first Foo Fighters album were complete nonsense because it was a project that Dave Grohl was just working on just for fun, and then whenever he got signed, he had no lyrics to the stuff, except for like maybe 1 or 2 songs that were written prior to the sessions whenever he was still in Nirvana. So he just scribbled shit. Ah, yes, you know the guitarist. Very good. Lotus, the best Metallica album since Master of Puppets. Oh my gosh. 1389. John, do you actually mean 1349? Or, wait, 1389 has significance. Never mind. Just kidding. I'm fairly certain that's also used by Drudka. Wasn't that the name of a Drudka album? Or maybe a Vinder album? Yeah, well, but I just found that kind of like a neat little comparison between the two. They both have that sort of in common. I love little neat things like that. Like, I spent like 4 hours last night just working on a puzzle book for fun. It's a band from Bosnia. Okay. Because I know 1349 is a band within the black metal realm that has a bit of a following, yeah. Oh yeah, the decapitated situation has been discussed. I have not made any video about that. I don't think I'm going to. I'm right now not. I'm not pleased with how things are looking. But if there's, I'll only make a video if there's new information that arises that's, you know, significant, not just, oh well, now they've been relocated to, you know, Stockland County or something, and it's like, whatever. But things are looking pretty bad, Christian. I'm not encouraged by what I've read so far. I am not encouraged. Am I waiting for the new Cannibal Corpse or Forgotten Tomb albums to cover them? That's correct, yes. If somebody requests one of the new singles, I will play it. I have no choice but to do so. I am but a humble servant. But, yeah, by and large, I don't do many track reviews anymore. It's okay, Wobbin. What was that? Ahmed needs his coffee money. He needs his business to stay in. Man, where's Lindsay at? Do I think they're guilty? I'm not liking it. I'm not liking the situation. I'm not looking. I'm just not happy right now. Oh, Ahmed's gonna be a dad this week, or Ahmad. He's gonna be a dad this week. Well, congratulations to him. That's pretty cool. All right, Bullet Farmer. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hey, can we listen to Annihilator? Song request for donation, my dude. I miss Lauren. I miss Lindsay, too. My friend Lindsay, who I was co-workers with, who, whenever she had coffee, bounced off the damn walls, I'll tell you. She was like a little spitfire, alright? I worked with her at the store. And if she was like bouncy like this and was like doing everything and running around and going nuts, I knew that Lindsay had coffee. Hey Mango, how you doing? Glad you could make it, Mango. I found Mango on Facebook recently. I replied to a couple of her statuses and she probably has no idea it was me. Yeah. See you later, Lurch. Oh, you'll be back? Alright. Yeah. Anal cut review for the shits and giggles. The album is gay. You miss me? I miss you too. Yeah, you knew it was me. It was the sense of humor that probably clinched it. And the odd name. Man, I'll tell you what, I have to listen to more of this. I have to listen to more this Anthriel. Oh, they have a 11-minute long song? Ooh, I'm watching that later. I'm listening to that later. Hell yeah. Some good stuff in there. Oh, they have another one. Chains of the Past. Give it to me. I sound like a Vietnamese hoe. Vietnamese prostitute. Any crossovers? None that I know of. Right there. Right at the moment. Favorite Chevelle album? Either This Type of Thinking Will Do Us In or Wonder What's Next. I really, really like that era. But I'll be honest with you, man oh man, there is a lot of good material that they've been able to produce. And the stuff that they've done, like on La Gargola here in the 2010s, has been extremely encouraging. It's also been rather heavy, which I've really enjoyed. Sorry for your pessimistic Facebook posts. We need some of those mango picks. We need some of those mango picks. Why do Swedes do so much good music? I have been told that aside from hockey and fucking, there's not much else to do. There is not much else to do in Sweden. That's what I've been told. Wobbin will have to confirm or deny. Isn't it cool that whenever it comes to Chevelle, there's basically no wrong answer? Because even point number one's good. Even point number one is like perfectly acceptable as an answer as well. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's still good. Justin is back again. Can I talk about the new Mastodon EP? Yeah, you know what? We will do that. We're definitely going to get to that. Did that come out this week or last week? Am I behind? Am I behind? Someone tell me. Someone let me know. Because if I'm behind, then I'm behind. You know, I've only gotten the opportunity to see Chevelle once, and I want to see them again. In fact, I was thinking about that the other day. That I would like to see them again. Because when I saw them, it was on Ozfest. And they were the first band on the main stage. And as a result, they were getting the... they got that treatment of everybody walking over to the main stage, or they were still in... if you were like me, Mango, I was still in line to get autographs from Cradle of Filth. However, the mix wasn't very good. The mix was pretty shit whenever... and this was also back in like 2002, 2003. It was a long time ago, so... I'm pretty sure that Wonder What's Next had just dropped. I'm pretty sure that had just dropped. Oh, I need to get this song playing. Man, I'm dissing poor Justin over here. Let's listen to some Candlemass. Let's listen to Bewitched off of Nightfall. Man, this is some old school stuff. I love it. They're a really good band. I think Chevelle is just bad live. I don't know. I've only seen them once, so I don't know. I honestly could not be... like, I couldn't pass judgment on that and be fair. So anyway, Justin giving those $7. Show that music video. Oh God. No, I have the still of the album. That's what I got. I think that Mastodon EP is this week though, right? It's this Friday. I'm wrong about Sweden. I've heard that in Denmark they have a thriving film industry. And like, is it true that Mads Mikkelsen is regarded by them as some sort of deity? Is there a Mads Mikkelsen religion? Is this true or false? Asking for a friend. That was a 7, right? That was a 7. Yes, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I know Mikkelsen is Danish. That's what I'm asking about. I'm asking about the Danish. I'm asking about that Denmark side. Oh no, whatever. Hey, if Sweden wanted to, they could take Denmark. Denmark has too much chill. Denmark has way too much chill to like defend themselves. Sweden can just walk in one day and just be like, we're just gonna take this. I'll be like, oh, alright, whatever. At least from what I've seen. Not like in the books I've been reading. Where basically the Danes were the Vikings. Oh god. I didn't even touch that. I need something that updates this automatically. Somebody writes me a program. I know that they're... I know that they're two different countries. Yes, yeah, huge parts of Sweden. That was in the early 1000s? That was still during the Danish Viking invasions. Because there was a lot of the Danish conquerors were basically trying to expand in all directions, weren't they? During a lot of their raids. Like, they went north to Ireland, they went south to England, they went into parts of France and Germany. Oh, hey, thank you, Mango. I will drop you a follow back. Brutally honest reviews concerning alternative music and media, interests, concerts, books, albums, movies. Nice. You are be Shrek'd. There's one metal band that I will never cover regardless of request. You want the truth? If this whole thing with Decapitated ends up being true, I won't cover them ever again. I won't have to, but if they get out, I won't cover them. Some people should say that I should maybe be that way toward Burzum, but no. Thomas London is actually the patron saint of Sweden. Yeah, and Sidney Crosby's becoming the patron saint of Canada. Either that or Geddy Lee. And Justin Bieber's becoming the patron saint of the vaginas of like many 17-year-old girls. Because he hit that gym and he got them muscles. He's no longer some snot-nosed little beach. Hey, Blaze Bailey's awesome. How is Burzum different? Murder and burning down churches is a little bit different than rape. Murder is pretty awful, but murder is quite common. And if you notice, I haven't covered a lot of Burzum, period, so... Yeah, there's another good example. Allison, this is Candlemas with Bewitched. But yeah, I don't do Upon a Burning Body anymore because that guy decided to fake his own kidnapping. Oh, also, I will not be covering As I Lay Dying. I will not be covering As I Lay Dying. No, Mac. I would not. Because you're forgetting about Threshold. Just shut up and listen to Herulia. Or was that Herula? You'll have to like beat the language into me, Wobbin. The beat, like the language and the pronunciation and everything into me. Like just freaking kick my ass with Swedish. Just shoot me with Swedish bullets. Herula. I'm gonna blame Pennsylvania. I'm gonna blame my state. Because apparently a lot of people feel that people from my state don't even pronounce English shit right. Like, instead of saying creek, we say crick. Because, you know, instead of you guys or you use, we say yins. Use. My God. Hey, use. Sounds like I'm part of some sort of, like, stupid mafia. Hey, use. Hey, use, come here. 5-figure death punch after the Ivan Moody incident? No. I'll still cover FFTP. But no eyes on they dying. You put out a hit on your own wife, you're a dick. Fuck off. Oh! Not that I really covered them before, but Lost Prophets. Ian Watkins can kiss my ass. Oh God. Jacket Skriva Prisave Vad Jag Vil. The CKA and Comrade It Fata Anda? Bleh. 5-figure death punch is on Rise Records. Well, that's a shame. Well, you know what? That might not be a shame, actually. Christine, that might not be a shame because they weren't really doing much in the way of good shit on their old record label. Je m'appelle Mark. Comment t'appelles-tu? Dude, I don't know dick from other languages, and it's so pathetic. It's so goddamn pathetic. Like, I could do really bad accents that make no sense, but say actual words, no. Like, I can't speak Russian. My Russian just sounds like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that's not Russian at all. Actually, I don't even know what the hell that was. That was just gibberish. I invented an accent. I just invented a dialect. The bands that participated in the church burnings? I'm not that much of a Christian. To be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, if you want to burn a building, go to town. If there's one thing I learned about those things is it sure as hell didn't seem like there was anybody inside whenever that happened. Quite frankly, burning down a building, you can really put a positive spin on that by saying, damn, that thing was old anyway, now it's time for us to build a bigger and better one. So, there you are. Me llamo Mango. Y tú te llamas Mark de Siquean. Estoy bien. I might have a better, like an easier job of Spanish. I don't know. Or maybe I should just stick with bad English. Or I could just go to Scotland and just say things, and it would make sense. They would understand me somehow. To all the Scots in the chat, put your hands up and with me. No disrespect to anybody who's Scottish. I'm fascinated by language and dialect, but yet it's not something I'm strong with at all. So it's kind of interesting for what in the world. Well, here we go. This is interesting. I love this message. We have $5 from Santeri, who's been all over the place today. He says, "Here's some love for my meatball-munching, furniture-humping Western cousins. Put this toward the striptease and please play Catatonia's Brave," which features, by the way, Michael Ackerfeet on vocals. So, ooh la la! Dios mío! Oh! Oh! Let's play this. Oh no, Carvana! Carvana.com, why? You're a bunch of assholes that nobody cares about. Have fun. Goodbye. You're UK but not Scottish? It's okay. German and Spanish blood. Oh, I forgot how godly this riff is. Whoa! I think I just wet my pants. Wow. Damn. That was... I forgot all about that. Santosh, I'm going to have to look and see if you have eclipsed Eric B for 6th. Because you're going to town today, man. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, Brett. Whew. That riff is smexy. It is smexy. I can't speak for shit either way. Like, just one way or the other, I can't speak for goddamn shit. I'm a foul, like, sailor-mouthed idiot. I need to I should just, like... my uncle from Florida is apparently coming to town. I should just, like... stow away in its motorhome and come to Florida and see how I fare. Force Major Demonstrations, Staller, Stolslar, Better Forman. Well, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious to you two. Ooh, so Manga, you got that. You got a little bit of that South and Central American in you. Yeah. Well, nice try. That's a good way of saying you're fucking wrong. I like today. It's been fun. It means I masturbate to scat porn. It's a word for a very specific position. It seems like it would be some sort of, like just looking at it, like a demonstrator of some sorts. Like that would be my guess. Like some sort of demonstration. Like you have to demonstrate yourself in public. Public demonstrator, literally. Literal public demonstrator. I'm using context clues, damn it, I'm smart. I promise you, I'm smart. Hey, Michael. We have, or at least a couple of times we've had a Pollock in the room. And, I haven't seen Mike in a while. Oh! Like in control. So like maybe, I'm trying to think of maybe a comparison. It's okay, Michael. Alright, Starman, you have a good one, man. Yeah, we're probably cranking down here. Another 20 minutes, I say, and then we're going to be peacing out. Ryan, oh, man. You finally got live to watch, Ryan. Do you work late, or do you, are you on the West Coast? What's up, man? Like, where are you from, man? Let's find out some stuff about Ryan, who's our newbie here. How you doing, brother? Is this Mike Ackerfeet? You better believe it is. This is Mikey boy. Michael Motorcycle. One of the ranks is... I'm not even trying that. Hell no. Oh man, like right there, I've reached my limit. Like, I need to break that word down. I need to turn that word into its own paragraph, which it already kind of almost is. Yeah. West Coast work from 4 to 6 as a dispatcher. Okay, man. This is Catatonia, Starman. Ryan, I'll tell you what, I've been meaning to do a later stream for a while, and I've not gotten the pleasure to do so. But I hope to see you if I do have the opportunity. I do hope that you get the opportunity. Man, you did get out early. Well, you barely had to do anything. Well, cool. Welcome. I'm sorry that you're not able to attend more of them. I will hopefully be able to extend things a little bit longer or do things a little bit more whenever we hop on over to Twitch. Okay, Balbal Bill Forby Fear Och Far For Fort. I feel like that's one of those things that teaches you the differences between words. Like how they say there, and there. Only I didn't think that like Swedish or any of the other languages did any of the fucked up crap that English decided to do. Yeah, Mikey was featured on this album. Mike Eckerfeet was featured on this album because originally, let's see, Johan Jonas from I'm trying to remember the singer of Catatonia's name. I'm a bad metal fan right now. He growled and ended up damaging his vocal cords. You met a girl at student party last week who didn't care much for metal but loved Eaten by Bloodbath. Yo, that right there, that's an invitation. See you there, Starman. Jonas Rents, thank you. That one right there, that's an invitation. You just put the word out after that and you're cool. You know what she likes, you know her position. This whole album, this is off an album called Brave Murder Day. It's fantastic. Fantastic. It's one of those albums that, like, if I build lists of favorite albums, I always forget about it for some reason. Because maybe it's like right on the fringe line of like a top 25, top 30, or top 50. Like, I don't know. But it's an album that immediately, whenever someone calls me back to it, it's like a snap. Like, I have a lot of great memories of listening to this in college. Ah, finally. Echo, 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 echo. Now entering the ring. Weighing in at 7,422 pounds. Godzilla. Now, Echo be gone. How you doing? If you didn't know, I'm from the past. What? Uh-oh. Hello. Lagathon, where we play Echo Core. Hey, is my drone metal band still playing in the background? Asking for a friend. Oh. Okay, we have another one from Justin Neely, who's coming in with some ISIS. And that one's pending right now, Justin. I think it's accidentally double sent, so PayPal is kind of taking a look at it. But no matter. We're listening to 20 minutes / 40 years by ISIS. Oh, excuse me. This is off of the album Wavering Radiant. My apologies for that. That was gross. Who misses this band? I miss this band. I really do. So, let's roll. God, I'm so trash. Ah, so am I. Sorry, wrong chat. Jeff Bill has to snuff out of Rupan. $7 going toward number 8. Going toward that mystery. He believes in the mystery. He believes in the power of mystery. I love this song also, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm gonna shut up a little bit during this masterpiece. By the way, just to let you know, Justin's indicated that he has 2 more albums that he wants to hear, so, just so you know. So that's going to be insane by the end of it. It's like, Justin right now is trying to slay cancer by himself. Please join him. All this reminds me, and I'll be honest, this reminds me of the fact that, Pelican. There was a track by Pelican, it's an instrumental track that I wrote lyrics to that are now like somewhere in the abyss. They are somewhere in the abyss. That was based off of The Creeper, weirdly enough. Actually, do I have that on this computer, I wonder? I'm like legitimately curious about that. Nope, I don't. Well, that sucks. Oh well. I'll have to find that in the abyss that is my life. Lurkin, that's Lurkin Lurch to you. Yeah, the problem is that I don't have the opportunity to like meet cancer that's like actually sexy or something like Buffy did with Angel, so you know. I'm the one that's in the trenches doing the hard work. When's the next live stream? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, starting in the afternoon, probably around 2 o'clock or so. So I hope to see you there, Inquisitor. I hope you had fun. Gotta leave? Alright, Christine, I'll see you later, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of here in probably about 10 minutes myself, so... this will probably be the last track of the night. A fucking Panthers fan. Hey, I'm a Pens fan, Lurch. What? Fight me, bro. Dude, we have fun at a bar watching hockey. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, 2 Eastern time, yes. Yeah, 2 Eastern Daylight Time, or Standard Time, whatever. Yeah. Basically, take what time it is now and subtract 5 hours from it. What time was it 5 hours ago? That's the time when I'm hoping we started. Hey man, you guys are a bunch of fun too. Welcome to the community. If this is your first experience, I'm glad that you had fun. I'll talk to you later, man. Exactly, Fat Man. Metal is what unites us all. And you know what? That's the thing. Brothers will fight, but it'll be alright. Telling you, Mango, we need to get some Mango pics going around. We need, like, Ladies of the CKN Universe page going. And then we need the Gentlemen of the CKN Universe as well. Like, there needs to be, like, a Gentleman of the CKN Community Calendar. Just have, like, a picture of Wobbin in front of his computer with his pants down, and have a picture of me, like, upside down with the plates on my feet. Picture of Lurch holding a hockey stick with no pants on. You're not photogenic? Neither am I. That's my best quality. It's cool. It's cool. I understand that. This means if I ever do a tour of Florida, I gotta hang out with Mango, I gotta hang out with Lauren, and I have to hang out with Ryan K. Those are the 3 that I know of right now. And oh, and Christian. The Swedes will prevail. A Swede, a Canadian, and a American. Well, I'm basically... It's down to you two whenever it comes to hockey, so I'm bronze medal there every day. I'll be so bored. Oh, well. I'm gonna, like, get all y'all in a room at the same time. Okay, that might be awkward. For the sake of you and Lauren, no, I won't do that. No, if we're talking on the world stage, I'm still bronze medal. Because it's basically Canada, Sweden, and then US is like somewhere. We're not sure. We're not sure where we are. Oh, you're an introvert? Yeah! Yeah. It's all good. No worries. Oh, wait. Are you guys not allowed to have NHL players? Wait a minute, what the heck happened here? Did something happen that I don't know about? Like, did Sidney Crosby now all of a sudden play for America? Oh, no one is. Ew. Well, that's gonna make things interesting. That's going to make things really interesting. Great song, by the way. Great song. Terrific suggestion. Thank you very much for that. Apparently I have money. Oh my gosh, we might have one more song to play, actually. We may have one more song to play, actually. Or do we? Justin, no, I did not. It's in pending status because it looks like it double charged, or you know, it duplicated itself. So I think they're investigating it. It says maybe I just need to like X out one of these. Oh no, that didn't work. That's dumb. Yeah, it's pending while they review it, probably because it looks like it doubled up. I know why you really did that, Justin. You did that so you could get the 444. See, I see what's going on here. I see these tricks and tropes. These tricks and traps. Yeah, I'm about out of here myself. So, Wobbin, you have yourself a good one. And Allison and everybody else, you have a good one as well. As I am going to head out. Justin and I will keep an eye on this situation, and if both of them end up being rejected, then I'll let you know next stream. I'll let you know tomorrow. It's not a very worrisome situation. Like I said, I think they're just looking into it in case of it accidentally double charging. So, they're making sure that they don't double charge you, is basically what it is. My own show on TV. My own channel, oh my god. If I have my own channel, that's a lot of material. I'll try not to cry as I sleep with my 2 gold medals. Oh yeah, well Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, tentative start time's about 2 p.m. Eastern time. I know with some of you, you will be joining a little bit later because of work and such like that. That's a-okay. We're gonna do basically the same thing. Man, we're already gonna be at day 24. We're just zooming by all this stuff. So thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Apologies, like I said, that it was a little bit shorter than some of the other days. We still ended up going about 2.5 hours, so I'm happy about that. So take care everybody and have a good night. Peace.